Actually, we've got half an hour of recording, and we can just stop here.
If we stop here, are you going to forget where we're going?
No, because there's stairs.
There?
Always go down. Plus, this gives me time to go take care of getting some taco stuff. We just started really late, so...
Yes, I love taco stuff.
No,
I
what
literally
tacos?
eat. I'm gonna have tacos for the whole week now. It's gonna be amazing.
No.
That's what I've got.
I wish I had 2 turntables and a microphone.
Then you'd be back.
But where's the hap?
Where that?
That was a good drum break.
This makes just about as much song as sounds as a regular Beck song, so... Yeah.
I feel like if you have to announce when a good drum break was, it probably wasn't a very good one. Throwing that out there.
That was a good drum break. I don't think
it's
so.
alright.
But I guess you wouldn't want to put on there. This is the so-soest drum break you can have.
That's very true.
Just do we love Chrono Trigger because there's at least 20 videos I've got of us gushing over Chrono Trigger.
Oh my god, Chrono Trigger? I love that game.
I love
What?
Chrono.
So good.
Liz, how do you feel about Chrono Trigger?
I love it. Like one of the best games
It's true. You know what would make
ever.
this like a slightly better game in my mind, though?
What?
If I could find my physical copy of it.
It's around.
Somewhere. Assuredly.
Leo
Oh,
told me. I said I really wanted to have Chrono Trigger get ported to the Switch, and I would buy a physical copy and a digital copy. And he's like, "You can't buy a digital copy because then you'll just lose the Switch." I was like, "I don't feel like you're wrong."
Liz, I'm going to tell you exactly what happened to your physical copy of Chrono Trigger.
Oh,
At
no.
some point in the future, you got so fed up with not having it that you went to the past to get it from yourself before it went missing. Except that's what caused it to go missing.
If you've ever
Perfect.
seen Samurai Jack, it's kind of like that, but with Chrono Trigger.
Perfect. That
Oof.
is amazing.
Don't worry, you in the future is going to eventually get your copy of Chrono Trigger back. The
It
worst
does
part
fuck
is...
up you in the past.
Yeah. I like to think, though, the worst part about that, 2 days later, she loses it again.
In the future this time. That's the sequel.
Oh God. No one likes this.
Oh.
It's not wrong.
Oh, shit. Was it? Because Liz has been, like, clearing out a bunch of her old storage stuff, and she found yet another case for Chrono Trigger.
Oh, my
Did
God.
I found another Chrono Trigger case? I have actually 2 of them now. It's disgusting. I'm disgusted with myself.
At some point, I remember us talking about, actually looking up the cash value of what a case of Chrono Trigger is, because that we haven't stored in stockpiles here.
You're right. It's your retirement.
That's the retirement plan right there.
It's gonna take us to the top. Games are good.
Games
You
are
should
good.
Do it by games.
There's only, like, what, 2 Final Fantasies? You don't have to go that far.
Tops.
I mean, yeah, it's a Final Fantasy. Why would they make more than one? That's just crazy.
I've heard they've thought about making a third one, but I don't know if it exists or not.
And it's not like some of those Final Fantasy games will have a sequel to themselves. That's crazy talk.
Or remakes down the road.
Or,
Or, completely flop on launch and be completely rebuilt from the ground up.
Oh God. Oh man. Where's the lie, though?
okay, but we can get started now.
What?
We could, yes. Or, hear me out. We bullshit for 4 more hours.
I'm okay with that.
Fun. And I have a stuffy nose, so...
I'm
And
just
to be
petulant.
to be fair though, FF14 turned out really good, so
It did. Initially, not so much, but after the fact, yes, very much so. And we can all agree it's not 11, which is a good thing, I think.
see, I have a thing about 11. There's
Oh,
something
what?
there's something about it. It's It's got an interesting world. It's very immersive. It has an appeal to it, but it is not a good game.
Very much so. I played a samurai and loved doing that action, but not all the time and not consecutively.
Like, say you wanted to unlock a class, you have to talk to this NPC, then go to somewhere else and talk to another NPC, but they give you absolutely zero hints that you're actually supposed to talk to somebody else or where they might be.
Kind of reminds me of unlocking Jedi in that first Star Wars MMO.
Never played it.
It was a slog.
Hold up.
Side note, I'm super glad that Frog's counter doesn't trigger with like special attacks, since apparently their special attacks are counter attacks, and I can just see an endless wave of counter attacking going on here.
I'm so here for that.
What are you doing? Counterattack, and that another counterattack. Okay, so that wasn't a typo I saw. They're like, Marlo learned Cure, and then Marlo learned Double Cure.
Double cure! I'm so useful!
I direct your attention to Disgaea. Play a ninja and see how many counters you end up with.
Yup. Double cure for when one's just not enough.
You should totally chug all those things. I'm sure nothing bad will happen.
I don't have a drinking problem. Quiet you. Alright.
Sure, whatever helps sleep.
Can we get Dutch Brothers after this?
Oh my gosh, last time it's the tacos, this time it's coffee.
If I could ask about tacos, I would. Leo, tacos.
I mean, we can
And
look for
Dutch
some
Brothers.
Dutch Brothers, but where would we find them?
Holland mostly?
That was my thought.
I'm Danish, so like that's close, kind of.
So you're similar to Dane, but not quite Dane.
It's true.
I'm like ish. I'm like Dane-ish.
She tries her best.
I do what I can.
A few degrees of separation there.
Alright. Side note, yes, I am going to make a compilation of Liz asking for food.
Oh my god, yes. Although, tacos and Dutch Brothers, same though. Okay, I'm here for it. For the record.
Come over for dinner!
Here's a taco. Also to go with your taco, a coffee. Zine artists are going to have a field day with that one.
Okay, I swear, I remember his voice.
One of them was as deep as you can possibly get, and I don't remember what the other one was. Almost
The
like
other
a kid
one
voice, I
is
think?
like, it's like a kid, but pompous. But I don't remember which one was which.
Honestly, I'm like, oh, well, at least we're going downstairs. We don't have to worry about other voices like Masaramune anytime soon. Son of a bitch.
You could always play it off as a goof, like and swap their voices, even if it's totally opposite from what it was before. They're like, weren't you the other one? No! Why would you
Okay.
ask such a thing?
I like doing the deeper voice more than the kid voice, so I'm just gonna pretend that's what this is.
Give me a second to look that up real quick, and figure out who's who.
Yeah, when we get famous, I mean, the continuity is going to be real important, guys. Come on.
The lack thereof continuity.
Continuity matters, guys.
We've been so consistent throughout.
Poor Luca.
Yeah.
The amount of continuity effects for Luca alone is just priceless.
Everything's fine with Luca, I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, she's great.
No.
You remember how I said that this whole section of the game was kind of blank for me? I really didn't remember much.
Mhm.
I think in the future, I will remember exactly one thing, and that is that Masa and Mune are here way more than I thought they would be.
Who wants some?
Yeah, for two beings who are just a sword in the first bit,
I have one child voice.
yeah, they're here a lot.
Can I, for a second,
Would
just
it be
be
funny if his voice
offended
was
at
super
this
deep?
one
But the
point
problem
in
is
one
I
of
can't
the
do super deep. I have
bloopers
a lady voice.
when we go into like one of the goblin villages or whatever,
Alright.
and the
What is
the shopkeeper goes like, "Get out of here, scat!" And I started going, "Skitty bop bop boo da," and Leo was the only one who laughed.
Liz, are you related to the Scatman?
I don't know who that is.
What?
Scatman John. He's made a song called Scatman. He does one thing. Also, Rob, Masa's the lower voice one.
Perfect, thank you.
Hold on. I just lost my mind at the Queen.
Mrs. Doubtfire was a great movie.
Oh no!
Yeah, it turns out when 6 out of 7 bad guys get a counterattack to your magic spell, maybe you shouldn't use that magic spell. Just throwing that out there.
What? That doesn't make any sense.
What?
I thought that was a great idea.